Yo, what is up, my beautiful people? On the Barely Average Dude channel, I usually focus on handhelds, specifically handheld PCs. Sorry, Nintendo Switch. But today, I just wanted to give you a brief overview into some of the technology that helps me get through my Barely Average Dude life. I'm talking about the phones, the tablets, the gizmos, the gadgets, and all the stuff in between that helps me get through my day as a Barely Average Dude. So before we do that, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so I can keep coming to you with more Barely Average Dude technology. Okay, so the first category of technology I'm going to be showing you guys is the phones. That's right, the two phones that I use on a daily basis. So let's get into it. Okay, so I don't want to take too much of your time here. Like I said in the intro, I do use two phones, iPhone and Android, and I've been pretty much daily driving an iPhone and an Android phone for like the last 7 years, I think, since like 2016. I've been like daily driving both iPhone and Android, and they both have their pros and cons. Now on the iPhone front, I'm using the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Yes, it does have that capture button on the side. It's not worth the upgrade just to get that button there. I don't think it's worth upgrading to the 16 Pro Max. I do like the video camera on the iPhone. I will say that of all of the phones that I've tested, and it's been a lot, the iPhone tends to have the least noise or grain in the 4K footage. You can look up other videos online. I'm not just saying that because I'm like some fanboy. The iPhone video specifically tends to be some of the best video on any smartphone. As far as the Android phone goes, I'm actually using the Z Fold 6. This is actually my first daily driven folding phone, and this comes from a person that's always used like the Ultra line, going back all the way to the Note 9 was like my first Note that I just stuck with. And then I kept getting the Note 10, and then the 20. I kept getting the Ultra line because I love this S Pen. And I believe that my first Android phone ever was technically the Note 1. I think that was way back when I was in high school in like 2012 or 2013, something like that. But the reason I switched to the Fold is because I do like this folding screen real estate, and you also get S Pen support. Now this is a big chungus of an S Pen, but if you need to write notes, you can definitely carry this S Pen around. It also works on the tablets, so you have that dual functionality there. And I do like having the S Pen support, and this folding phone is dope for watching videos, multitasking. This is a very dope form factor here. Now it's not as big as the Ultra. When folded, it is pretty thin and slim, as you can see here. But I think just having the small phone when I want it, and then the big phone when I need it, is just an amazing multitasking feature for me. So I do love the Fold here. So yeah, I daily drive both of these. If you ask me which one I would have if I could only have one, I would tell you that I need both to function, because I have some things that I need on here and some things that I need on here on the iPhone. So yeah, daily driving both. Let me know in the comments which one you're rocking with, iPhone, Android. Let me know what you guys think. All right, on to the next thing. Okay, so the next category is chargers. Whether you're team iPhone or team Android, everyone's phone dies eventually. So let me talk to you about the chargers that really help me keep my batteries charged and keep me lasting throughout the day. Okay, so we got two phones, we gotta charge them up. Now this segment is sponsored in part by one of our channel partners, Ugreen. So I do have a bunch of Ugreen chargers in my rotation. Now when I say sponsored, they did not pay me to feature these products. They sent me some of these things out, but I've been using Ugreen for years, even before I started this channel. So when they asked to partner with me, I was more than happy to do so. But let me tell you why I love some of these Ugreen chargers here, not just because they sponsored part of this video. No, we have a bunch of different options. Now this one right here is the Ugreen Uno 100-watt charger. This little charger here. Now what's interesting about this is that you can see on the bottom, it looks like it has some feet. You can take that off to reveal the prongs here. You plug that in, and it's gonna give you a little face. And what's interesting about this little guy here is that it gives you different sort of facial expressions look at that, depending on like how your device is actually charging. So we have up to 100 watts. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of ports on top. We have 3 USB-C, 1 USB-A, and you can get a total of 100 watts, up to 100 watts out of one single port, and then it splits it up through the other ports if you have multiple devices plugged in at once. So I can plug my phone into here, and you can see the face is going to change there. You can see now it's you know, a little cool face, and then it has a little indication that it is actually charging. And I love this charger because, you know, it has a little character to it, and it's not just, you know, a basic 100-watt charger. It has a little bit character. You can plug multiple devices in there. Let me just show you that. I'll plug another device in here. I'll plug a you can plug a handheld PC into this, the ROG Ally X, and you can see it's going to be charging there, and it does activate the 30-watt turbo when you plug that in to the single port, which is nice to have. So if you get the full 100 watts, you can activate the turbo on the ROG Ally X, and you know, any other handheld device, you can get that full you know, 65-watt pass-through charging there. So I love this little guy here, 100 watts, multiple devices charging all at once, and it is, you know, a great little charger here to have. Now, another device that I really do like is this charger here. Now, this is actually a MagSafe charger. That's right, it's a MagSafe charger. It is compatible with the Qi 2 protocol, so it's going to give you the full speed that the iPhone is capable of. But that's nice to have. This thing is great. 10,000 milliamp hours here on this. And what's great about this thing here is that it has this little stand on the back, so you can prop your phone up like that, or maybe you can put it to the side like that, and it's going to give you a little stand for your phone. And this guy also has a face, and that's something that sets it apart from the other ones. And it's not just a gimmick, it does actually tell you like how it's charging, and then when it's finished charging, it has a different face to let you know that it is charging. So it's not just like a gimmick that doesn't have any sort of any meaning there. So that is definitely nice to have. Now, what's cool about this is that this USB-C port on the side, it actually is another charger, so you can actually plug another device into that port there. So I can charge another device. As you can see, my Fold 6 is also charging, so I'm charging both of these phones now from that port. Now, it only does like 5 watts from the second port, but if you charge something small like some AirPods or something, it is more than enough to get you by. So I think that's dope, being able to charge a second device from this you know, battery MagSafe charger is pretty dope. Now, moving on, speaking of the MagSafe, we have 2 more MagSafe chargers here. These 2 right here, actually pretty dope. Now, I'm gonna save this one for last because I think that's the most dope one we have here. Now, this is actually pretty sick. Now, on the top, we have a MagSafe charger, so that's gonna give you Qi 2, the most powerful speeds, I believe up to 15 watts. So that's one device. We have the iPhone on there, but it also has a charger here on the top, so we can put our AirPods on there. That's going to charge the AirPods. As you can see, the AirPods are charging, the charge light is on, but it has another USB-C port on the side here. So there's another USB-C port on the side, as you can see there. And what I like to do with that is I like to put in this little USB-C to what is that, Apple Watch charge puck there. Take off the Apple Watch, check this out, put this on the side, and now I'm charging all 3 of these devices on the same charger here, and that's actually pretty sick. Charging the phone on the top MagSafe, charging the AirPods on this little section here, and then charging the watch with an additional puck. Now, this is something I purchased separately, but you can plug in the original Apple Watch charger into that USB-C port there, and now you have 3 devices charging all on this singular charger here, and I think that's pretty dope. This guy also has a face, so that is dope to see. Now, another thing that's actually pretty sick is this. This is like the same thing as this, but it's in a more compact package. So this is like this, but for travel. Now, what makes this thing so awesome is, look, you can fill this up, and then you pop that piece up, and now look at this, you guys. We have the phone on here, put the phone on there. That's gonna give you a MagSafe for the phone, and that's Qi 2 up to 15 watts. You put the watch back here, So put the watch on this one, and then put your AirPods on this one, and here you guys go. We can now charge all 3 devices at the same time, and you get a max of 25 watts here. So 15 for the phone, 5 for the AirPods, 5 for the watch, and then 5 watts left over. So this is sick, you guys. Check this out. All 3 of these devices charging on the same charger here, and you can take these off and fold it up, and look how small this thing folds. This thing fills up nice and small, nice and compact. I love this thing for travel. Slip it in your bag, slip it in your pocket, and you can charge 3 devices all on this small charger here. Now, as far as battery banks, Ugreen 145 watt charger. This is 25,000 milliamp hours. This thing is a beast. 145 watts. You can charge your MacBook, you can charge your phone, your tablet, all at the same time. With this thing here, we have 3 ports. We get a max right here. You see we have a max of 140 watts out, and then we can split it up between the other ports as needed, depending on what devices you plug in. So this thing is amazing. 145 watts. Okay, so before we move on to the next thing, I just gotta let you guys know, link in the description for all of these Ugreen Uno chargers here. Shout out to Ugreen for sponsoring this segment of the video. I love their chargers, and I can't recommend them enough. I don't just recommend them because they send me these things. Like I said, I've been using them for years before they even ever reached out. And I only tell you guys about things that I actually use and highly recommend. So check the link in the description. Right now, at the time of this video, Black Friday sales are in heavy effect. Make sure you check all the links in the description so you guys can get these things at a discounted price. So yeah, now let's move on to the next category. Okay, so my devices are all charged up. My phones are good to go. But let me take it a step further. Let me get that screen a little bit bigger. Let me talk to you about some of the tablets and laptops that I use on a daily basis that really help me, throughout my day. Okay, so these are my go-to tablets, and I'm gonna try to speed through this so I don't take too much more of you guys' time. Like the phones, I'm using iOS or iPad and Android. So I have the new M4 iPad Pro 11-inch. Love this OLED display. Gets super bright, super powerful. That M4 is almost too powerful for a tablet. That's the story for another video. Then I have the Galaxy S9, the Galaxy Tab S9 Plus. I didn't get the S10 yet because this thing's still doing everything that I needed to do for an Android tablet. And the big boy tablet, the main gaming tablet here, is the ROG Flow C13. This thing has an i9 and RTX 4060 in it. And it's not just a tablet, it also has a keyboard attachment that turns this thing into a full laptop if you need it to be. So, you can put this up here and it can be a full laptop if you need it to be. But I will tell you guys, I usually use this thing as just a tablet. I don't even take the keyboard with me. I just use a tablet and carry a controller if I want to game on this. And this is pretty much how I use this device here, as a tablet, not really as a laptop. I know that's kind of blasphemy, but I don't really need the keyboard. That's just me. But anyway, here are my tablets. We got the iOS, we got the Android, we got the Windows. All of our bases are covered. No favorites, no fanboyism over here. I use pretty much all the different types of tablets that work for me. So okay, so this category is really what this channel is pretty much all about, the handhelds. Let me show you the handhelds I keep in my rotation and the ones that I really like the best. Let me show you my favorite handhelds right now. Okay, so here are my 5 favorite handheld PCs right now. I have over 20 handheld PCs at this point, so it was definitely tough to pick my top 5, but I narrowed it down to my favorite 5, not really top 5, but favorite 5 right now, in no particular order. The GPD Win Mini is amazing. It has that 1080p 120Hz VRR display, the same display we see on the ROG Li and LIX. It's very compact. I made a whole video about how compact this thing is. It can fit inside of my pocket. This thing is awesome. Performance is great and portability is unmatched. And Neo Kun here, this has been my favorite for a while now. The ergonomics, the display, the controls, just the quality, the feel. This thing is great here, and all around amazing device. The only thing people usually say against this is that it's only 60 hertz, but it's, you know, amazing screen, super bright, super beautiful display here, 8.4 inches, 1600p. This thing's amazing. I don't think 60 hertz is a problem because most games don't run over 60 hertz anyway, but that's a story for another day. Now, the Steam Deck OLED, this is the limited edition version, and I specifically have the limited edition version just because I love the design with that translucent shell. The OLED display is 90 hertz, gets up to 1000 nits of HDR. Amazing display here. Not the highest resolution that I would like, but it's a beautiful display nonetheless, especially for indie games. I know I'm gonna get some hate from the Steam Deck people, but I usually only use the Steam Deck for indie games. I know, don't kill me in the comments. It's just, you know, how I use it. No, ROG Ally X, amazing device. This is probably, I guess will be probably like the safest bet for a handheld PC if I was to recommend one. It is more expensive than some of the competition, but this thing is amazing. The biggest battery on any handheld at 80 watt hours. It just beat the Anio Kun at 75 watt hours. But yeah, 80 watt hours, great performance, great battery life, and this is all around an amazing handheld PC. Now, the One X Player X1 Mini has a special place in my heart because this device is awesome. You have those removable controllers, which I absolutely love. You can take these things off. This thing is just dope. It has the 8840U, 32 gigabytes of RAM, great performance right now. It has a 65 watt hour battery, which is pretty decent. The versatility of this thing, connect the keyboard on that thing, and you are good to go. Check this out. Connect the keyboard, set it up like a little laptop, and this thing is good to go to cover all of your bases here. Not just a handheld, it's a tablet, it's a mini laptop. This device really has a special place in my heart right now. It's awesome, man. 8.8 inches, 144 hertz, pretty much the same display you find on the Legion Go, but it has more performance, more ports, and overall this thing, man, this thing has really grown on me. The controls, some people say is not the best, but man, this thing, you know, the X1 Mini is awesome. The only thing that will make this better would probably be like if they had like an OLED version, and maybe tweak the position of the sticks a little bit, but this thing is awesome. I love playing on this thing here. It's just, this thing puts a smile on my face. The X1 Mini is dope, you guys. But anyway, here are my 5 favorite handhelds right now. Let's get into the next category. Okay, so handhelds are awesome on their own, but this next category is all about taking handhelds to the next level. No, this is not a laptop. This is actually one of the next things in our next categories. It is a portable monitor. Let me show you some of my favorite portable monitors that really take the handheld to the next level when you just want a bigger screen on the go. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I've made a full video on this device here. This pretty much takes anything and turns it into a laptop. It is a 15.6 inch 1080p 120 hertz touchscreen display on top of like a built-in keyboard. It has a battery in here, also has a wireless charger. Connect any device, turn this into a laptop pretty much. I made a whole video on this. It also fills up 360, so you can use this as a portable monitor as you would like. But this right here is the monitor, the portable monitor that I've been waiting for, that I've been looking for. Take a look at this, you guys. This is a 3K, that's right, OLED, that's right, 120 at 15 inches. That's right, you guys, they finally found it. This is what I've been looking forward to. Every other device, every other portable monitor is either OLED, but it's 60 hertz, or it's 120 hertz, and it's, you know, LCD. We finally got OLED, 120 hertz for our ROG Ally and all our other handhelds. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what I'm excited for this one. I may make a full video on this because I don't want to take too much of your time, but this thing is awesome. It's OLED. It just looks amazing, you guys. 120 hertz. This thing just looks great. Look at this. Look at this. 120 hertz. This is only 50% brightness because this thing gets super bright. Check this out, you guys. We finally got OLED at 120 hertz. That's right, for gaming. Now, it doesn't have like G-Sync or VRR, but with OLED, we have that low 1 millisecond response time. And look at this. Look at the colors. Look at the contrast. Look at the black levels. This is OLED, you guys, 120 hertz. This is what we've been waiting for. I'm excited for this because I can throw away all of my portable monitors. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I'm always looking for the best portable monitor, and this may be the one. Look at this. Look at this, you guys. This is only 50% brightness. It gets so bright that I can't even turn it up all the way because it will blow out the camera. What I love about this is you can plug it in. You see I have a power plug in here, and you also unlock that 30-watt turbo. Now, you know every portable monitor doesn't unlock that 30-watt turbo with the pass-through, but this monitor unlocks the 30-watt turbo with the pass-through. You guys, we finally did it. We found the perfect monitor for the ROG Ally. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this thing is as awesome as I do, because I'm just look, OLED, you guys, 120 hertz. You can't really beat this. Okay, so we just gave our handhelds and other devices a massive screen improvement when on the go. Let me show you some of the controllers that give devices that don't really have great controls a huge improvement in the controller department, or when you just don't want to hold the handle in your hands. Let me show you some of my favorite controllers. Okay, so here are 4 of my favorite controllers, and I know you only see 2. That's because 2 of my favorite controllers are actually inside this little case here. There's actually 2 of the same controller, but I do have 2 of them because they're just that good. 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller. This controller is technically designed for the Nintendo Switch, but it's a great controller. There are a few dope designs here. You see I have this translucent like green emerald and this retro inspired controller here. Great controllers here. They feel good in the hands. Great buttons, great stick, D-pad. One of the best D-pads ever on a modern controller. Feels awesome. I use this thing on PC. I use this thing on mobile devices. I use these things on pretty much everything. When I'm on the go, this is my go-to like portable travel controller. As you can see, I can fit 2 of them in this small case here, so I can take them on the go and get some gaming, even, you know, get a player 2 in there. These are great controllers. Now, one thing that they don't have is analog triggers. So if you're playing a lot of racing games, you may want to look elsewhere, but for everything else, this thing is awesome. I even play shooting games with this because it connects like a Switch Pro controller if you connect it to PC in the Switch mode, and you can get like gyro aiming, so it's great for, you know, FPS games. Great little controllers. Now, the next one is a controller everyone probably knows. This is the DualSense Edge, pretty much the PS5 Pro controller. Now, I don't even have a PS5. To this day, I don't have a PS5, no PS5 Pro. I just don't own a PS5. I have a PlayStation 4 from like years ago, but I don't have a PS5. I bought this specifically for, you know, PC. I use this for PC in Bluetooth mode. It's great. It has additional back buttons, great sticks that you can actually replace. Now, I will say I wish they were Hall effect, but I haven't had any drift, and you can replace that module if they do ever drift. I like this controller. It feels good in the hands. It also has gyro. My main features that I need in a controller is additional back buttons and gyro for aiming. That's pretty much all I really need, and this has that and more. Great controller, DualSense Edge. Is it worth the price? I don't know. I like it, and I don't regret buying it. No, my main controller that I have hooked up to my PC all the time is a controller you may not have heard of, but I've been loving it. This is the Big One controller. That's BIGWON. I love this controller. It has like a dongle for like super low latency, and also has Bluetooth if you want to connect it that way. I love this controller. Has buttons in the back, extra buttons on the top, great sticks that you can actually swap out like any Pro controller. So I have the long version here. You can also swap out the D-pad, which is nice. Swap out the D-pad. I have the 8-way. You can put like a traditional D-pad on there. This thing has macros. It has profiles. It has layers. This thing pretty much does it all. It also has like a headphone and mic jack there. It has a stand where it charges magnetically. This thing is pretty much everything that I want in a controller. It feels great. It feels like the controls are good. The buttons feel awesome. This thing is just great. You probably never heard of it, but I swear by this controller. I use it every day on my PC. This controller is awesome. I've been using it for like over a year now. It has not let me down. I love this controller. It's from a company you probably not have heard of, but I do like it. There's an app also where you can like customize it if you want. This RGB is completely customizable. Like I said, it has gyro built in. It doesn't matter what software you're using, the gyro is built into the controller, so you can activate gyro in any game. I love that for shooting games, and this controller is awesome. So yeah, on to the next segment. Okay, so I showed you how we can have fun, handheld, portable monitors, but let me show you a device that really puts you inside the game and it just takes you to another level as far as gaming and productivity. Let me tell you why I love VR so much, especially the Quest 3. Let me tell you. Okay, you guys, this may be a surprise to some people. Maybe it's the best kept secret of the Brady Average Dude channel, but VR is my absolute #1 favorite type of technology. As you can see here, I have the Quest 1, I have the Quest 2, and now the Quest 3 here. I've been rocking with VR ever since it was like you had to put your phone in a cardboard box way back, like I did like 10 years ago. And I've kept up with all of the Quests as they've come out. I absolutely love VR. As you can see here, I do have some attachments on my device here. I have the battery strap for extended sessions. I have a fan on here. This pretty much pulls cool air in and pumps it into like the facial cavity just to keep it cool in here and stop it from fogging up for those intense gameplay sessions. Have the headphones in there for more immersive audio. I absolutely love VR. I use it for gaming. I use it for productivity, being able to have like multiple virtual displays for video editing. I use it for fitness, doing like fitness games like boxing training, Beat Saber, table tennis, games where I really work up a sweat. I'm talking about burning hundreds of calories and dripping after like a session. I use it for like entertainment, of course, like watching movies and videos on a huge display in a movie theater. VR is my absolute favorite type of technology. If I had to get rid of anything, I would keep VR above all else. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more VR videos, because I could definitely do that if there's anyone out there that would like to see that. But in the past, no one really wanted to see it, but let me know in the comments. Things change. Okay, so there you have it, you guys. Some of my favorite technology from various different categories across the tech space. We talked about handhelds, phones, tablets, controllers, chargers, and pretty much everything that I use on a daily basis. Well, not all at once, but every category of technology I use on a daily basis, and some of my favorite tech in that specific category. Hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something from it. At least you understand some of my favorite technology. Let me know in the comments down below some of your favorite technology from all of the different categories. Like what phone are you rocking, what tablet, what handheld, are you into VR, what controllers are you using? Anything that we covered today in any category, let me know in the comments down below what you guys like to use and what's your favorite technology. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that good YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I do actually like the folding on this phone here. It's very satisfying. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.